Hi, my name is Jerald L. Hoover, and I am the owner and proprietor of Jerald L. Hoover Productions LLC. And I have come up with a book series called the Hero Book Series. The titles of each book has the word hero within the title. My Friend, My Hero is the first one. He Was My Hero 2 is the second one. A Hopeful Hero is the third one. And Hoop Hero is the fourth book. And each book is designed to provoke positive thinking, positive reading, and to promote positive discussion between young people with their parents or with their teachers or amongst themselves, as I have essay questions and topics for discussion at the end of each book. And that is designed to get, again, people talking about decisions, life goals, achievements, talking about the characters, their favorite characters, their not so favorite characters, because I realized back in some time ago how important reading and writing was. And when I found out, even as a grown up, how CEOs, chief executive officers of companies, read on average per year of 50 books per year, and employees only read two, I started to see that that's a big discrepancy. It wasn't as if it was 50 books for CEOs versus 38 books or even 25 books versus employees. It was 50 to 2. And I thought that was a very, I mean, the margin was really not something that you really want to have on your ledger. And so I'm proud of the fact that my book series is an easy read. It's something that parents can be very engaged in, as far as the children is concerned, the young people. It's more apropos for fourth and fifth grade. But if a parent was reading to their child or reading with the child, a lot can be accomplished within that read. I do have some challenging words in there, but I did that only because I want to encourage young people to pick up a dictionary. I grew up with a dictionary in my house, and well, actually a word builder, and I learned a lot of different words, and I still use them today. And it helped to expand my vocabulary. Now, one of the things that I realized is that reading actually reduces stress, which is a harmful element to people's lives if it's not managed. It can be very harmful. But reading, it allows you to think. It allows you to relax. It allows you to become smarter. It opens up your vocabulary to where, again, you can learn new words. You can learn the meanings of words. You can learn different uses of certain words. And I think for any person, whether they're young or old, an expanded vocabulary will help you go a long way. I had a mentor of mine actually teach at a college in Long Island, New York. Well, actually, Long Island University in Brooklyn, New York. And one of my professor mentors once told me, he said, Professor Hoover, if young people would realize if they can read and write, they can get a job anywhere. And that stuck me because I thought about it myself. I was thinking the same thing. But for someone else to tell me that, it made me realize that what my thoughts were on point. And I just think that, especially with the advent of games, they could be so intoxicating. They're a lot of fun, but they could take a lot of your time away. And I think reading is something that is pushed to the side by young people, by people in society, period. And I think that's to our detriment, because if you cannot read, is what a wise man once told me, if you cannot read, you cannot lead. And of course, I didn't know what that meant when I was told that a long time ago. But as I got older, I realized, wait, leaders do read, and then of course, when I found out that CEOs, owners of companies, read 50 books a year, and the people that work for them only read two, that made me think. Read more books, and you could open yourself up to make more money. And I realized that people want to make money. And one of the things that I like to challenge young people to do is when I ask them questions about what they want to be in life, and of course I get different types of stuff from athletes and rappers, musicians, and different things of that nature. I always ask them, how much do you love reading? And of course, they may say, "Oh, I read a little bit, I don't read a little bit, whatever." But one of the things I tell them, I say, "Well, one of the things that you're going to get when you start making money is a contract." And of course, I explain what a contract is, and then I also tell them, if you don't know what a contract is, the language of a contract, or not so much that you have to be a lawyer, but if you can't understand some of the basic things in a contract, a person can put anything in that, and they can manage your money for you, which means you may think you're making millions of dollars, but then when it's all said and done, you may not have as much money in your bank account as you thought once you come to knowledge of what you've been spending. So reading and writing is a very powerful tool. I really believe also reading expands your confidence, or it allows your confidence to grow, because I think you can mind travel with reading. One thing I used to love doing when I was reading was I could be home in my house in Mount Vernon, New York, but if the characters were traveling to Chicago or England or wherever they were, I was traveling right along with them, even though I was in my home reading a book. So reading allows you to mind travel and experience, especially if a book is really good, it allows you to experience the things that the author has given you. And that's one of the things that I'm proud of with my hero series, is that when young people read the book, they tell me that they can relate to it, or they'll tell me that they know someone that like one of my characters. Or one of the things I always get is when they read the book, even though they weren't great readers or they didn't like reading books a lot, they couldn't put my book down. And so that let me know that the hard work that I put into it, to writing the book, to make sure it was perfected as much as possible, that it was accepted and read in a way where young people want to read it and read it more and more and more. That let me know, Mr. Hoover, you're on the right track. And so I've been writing books now for almost 40 years, and I love it. After this book series is over, I'll probably start writing a couple of true stories. Well, my book series is fiction, but I was actually, you would call it realistic fiction, because again, people can relate to it, so they think it's a real possibility that it happened or it did happen, even though it is fiction. But the way it reads like a true story. But I'll probably go into writing some nonfiction novels, maybe one or two, before I may call it a career and do some other things. But I think 40 years into this business has been quite fun. It's opened up a lot of avenues for me. I became an award-winning sports writer for 20 years. I became a documentarian. I actually directed a documentary for a rapper by the name of Kool Mo D. So I had a chance to do something with him. I've met some very famous people, from LeBron James to Stephen Curry to Tracy McGrady, people Shaq, people like that, because I've been a sports writer. But I wouldn't have been a sports writer if I couldn't write. I wouldn't have been a good writer if I didn't read. So young people, understand this. If you want to be a good leader, or you want to go far in life, you want to be an avid reader. And I'll say this: read books that you enjoy reading. My Friend, My Hero would be something that you could enjoy reading, because it deals with basketball, or deals with life, deals with certain principles. And of course, the clean book, I don't have anything derogative in the wording, no profanity, as I'm a Christian myself. But even if I wasn't a Christian, I just don't think putting certain the words in books is necessary to a degree. So I like to keep my stuff where young people can read it with their parents, or if they want to read it with their grandparents, they can do it without it being anything harsh in it. And my books also end in a cliffhanger, so I like that. So once you read the first book, you want to read the second book. Once you read the second book, you want to read the third book. And once you read the third book, you want to read the fourth book. And then after the fourth book, even though that's the climax of the story, I still may leave a door open just a little bit, just in case I want to at some point go into a fifth novel as part of hero book series. Then I'll do that. And also, I want to add, the reason why I put the word hero in each title is because I want young people to realize that when they see these people on the cover, they look like them. That's number one. And when they read about them, when they read the story, and of course with them being able to relate to them, they may say something like, "Wait a minute, if he's a hero, if she's a hero, why can't I be one?" And there's an old saying, "As a man thinketh, so is he, or so is she," I would say. And I think if you think of yourself as a powerful person, a good person, a strong person, a smart person, then you'll act that way. And so one of the things that I live by and that I learned to adopt is to think, say, and do. If you could think positive, if you could say positive things, then you'll eventually do positive things. And if you do that and be consistent, then you have a greater chance of being a success than a failure. And I think that is one of the things that we all strive to be is successful in life because we need more success stories. And I believe the Hero book series will be something that will help you to foster that knowledge to be a success and what a success is. So I thank you all. And my website, if you want to keep in touch with me in terms of what I'm doing in life, is the Hero. It's called the Hero Book Series.com. And the word the is important to be there because that's part of it. So it's TheHeroBookSeries.com, theHeroBookSeries.com. And you'll see a lot of my travels, a lot of things I've done, have videos up. I have all kinds of things, blogs, and I have all kinds of wonderful things on my website. And so you can go see it. And then I also have a contact button to where if parents want to contact me or teachers want to contact me, they can. And I'm also on Twitter and on Facebook. So I'm around the dial as far as the Information Society is concerned. Be well, young people. Do well, and you'll be winners.